start screaming obscenities?
Woo, welcome. Hello, everybody.
Fuck, I got the exact same ad!
Loading in.
G'day.
Hello, everybody. As per usual, may as well change the session name now. Because...
Yeah, buddy.
So organised. How is everybody today? We are up to session 16 of State of Anarchy, a home-brewed Dungeons and Dragons game in a wonderful, slightly futuristic setting. I am slowly losing my mind, but we are glad to have everyone here today. It is absolutely fabulous to have you all here. I hope you are all doing well. Did everybody have a good week so far?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Meh.
Meh.
Nah.
Well, that's
Breathe.
that is fills me with joy and hope that you had a good week so far. Who remembers what happened last week? Well, actually, before we do that, if you like what we do, please like and subscribe. You can hit the little button if you would like to. If you want to see more of what we wonderful people do here, some of us do have YouTube channels. You can find their links all down below in my About section. Otherwise, thank you, Evil One, for your continued subscription. Thank you for continuing to be one subscriber, I believe, maybe.
Wow. That's harsh. Give me
Hey.
my sub back.
Thank you, Valcor. We love having you here. So,
Give me sub back, the man asked for it.
in addition to this, if you like more of the insanity of what I specifically do, you can join us on Monday nights once a fortnight for a new game starting up this Monday called Ignition Point.
What's it called, Teeks? One more time?
Ignition Point.
Ignition.
Set 60,000 years prior to this game, back before the Starfall occurred. Thank you, Valcor. Back before the Starfall occurred, following a group of insane adventurers just trying to live their lives in a small elemental world. So join us on Monday night for that. Uzumeka and Valcor are in that game.
I love you for that, James.
Uzumeka and Valcor are in that game, along with the wonderful Steve Man and
Way to just unleash your favourites straight off the bat. Yeah, there's some idiots, and then there's this fucking awesome, absolutely amazing, just God's gift human, the Steve Man.
The Steve Man, Left Foot Kev, and of course Dr. Psycho are joining us to be at that level of absolute insanity. I will let everyone know there is the possibility that they can indeed join us over here in the State of Anarchy. It will terrify them being 60,000 years in the future and several technological standpoints in the future if they can find the right portals to do so. But who knows? We may get a special crossover. So that being said, otherwise, who remembers what happened last week?
Al meets Blake episode. I'm so keen.
It was mostly just a bunch of people shitting on Blake, if I remember, and Blake doing the same to others.
That little kobold had it coming and he fucking knows it.
So, Blake and Crisis went to the Avengers Guild to go talk to Bugsy and ran into his second, I guess, his deputy, whatever, and had a very strong confrontation between Crisis and Blake, in which afterwards we went to go see the Knight Commander, and we discovered that Blake had romantic relations with another person.
Dun,
and he's
dun,
not
dun.
good at it.
What? What are the odds?
And had some backstory stuff in that. And then Blake and Crisis decided to cheer each other up by buying Crisis a grenade launcher. Which I'm not too sure how we got there, but we did.
Crisis needs a grenade launcher.
other than the adventures of Crisis and Blake, who remembers what else happened?
Harsa got fucking blind drunk because he's a responsible adult.
Hell yeah. The best way to do it. I believe there was some interactions with those who were left behind. And I can't remember if it was last session or the session before. Was last session the one with the paparazzi guy?
Yeah, last session we had the paparazzi guy. We had that little green gremlin that was upsetting Breeze, so the boys stepped in to step up for our homegirl and bullied him.
Yes, you confronted the little Dockerby paparazzi, which he did unveil why he was staking out the tavern that you guys are staying in, the Hero's Ale House, and the fact that Breeze was outside, the banished princess as he referred to her. So
But Blake was the only one.
I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there because I know they forgot.
I didn't.
That's good. I was glad.
I've got mental notes, thank you.
I'm
called
glad.
ADHD, and I'm fixated.
I'm glad. I'm so happy to facilitate your new obsession in D&D.
And Rick was the one who came to the rescue in the end because he disguised himself and yoinked it away.
He's competent.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that was a gnome, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was just a random gnome.
Yeah, just dropped it as he was running away, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick managed to pick up whatever he dropped, yeah.
He's got keen eyes, Rick, so that's the thing. He saw what he dropped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also managed to ascertain that the dandelion is just a good boy.
What are the
best
odds?
boy.
Which Breeze's small zoo menagerie is growing.
I still don't trust it.
Mainly because it really likes you, Rick.
Dead cats.
I don't know if it's my dandelion. I think it might be Rick's dandelion.
Oh, hell no.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We are just about to start.
Welcome.
It's great having you here.
Hey, Nashi.
Fired VT, the cynical slime, MILF Mimi.
Hey, no, whoa. Let's
Well
go back to
then.
that one. Oh,
Somebody had milk.
Special welcome to you.
Taladaga
No, I'm kidding.
hello, welcome. Thank you for the raid. It is wonderful to have you here for this homebrew D&D session. We are jumping in, starting with the group. I believe everybody had gone to bed.
No, Harsa was about to do something
No.
wild and crazy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hello, Element Bacon. You did leave the dandelion laying in front of Harsa's door to keep an eye on him.
Correct.
While the
Keep
rest
the
of
door
you,
shut.
while
And
the rest of
Crisis
you
went
went to Breeze's room.
Yeah, they went to have a conversation in Breeze's room. You are very welcome to lurk, Talida. It is great. Taladaga, should I say? Lurk away. So, I cannot quite
Crisis having a
remember.
knife.
Did anyone... I don't think anyone heard any noises, clocked that Harsa was leaving.
What do you mean? He was loud as fuck.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
that was when he was in the room, and then you guys moved on to go and get drunk with Breeze.
Oh, that's right, because you insisted that Breeze had to come and dance with you, Blake.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Because they came back, they went upstairs checking out whose room was which. They heard Harsa bashing around in his room. Crisis opened the door, yeeted a gift bag at him, closed the door.
Yes.
Then they
I got
moved
holy
on to
water in
Breeze's.
return.
Yes, you got holy water. And then they went to Breeze's room and went and all had a 3-person slumber party.
Went and had a bit of a dance. Rick is the only one that is actually getting a decent night rest. Well done, Rick.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well,
Harsa.
I tried
didn't
to
go to
go
sleep.
to bed 3 times.
Yeah, we got into a conversation, and now we have. I think it ended with Crisis having Crisis's dagger.
That's right. Yes, because Blake turned back into Lady Crisis again.
That is
Yes.
correct.
Don't give me shape-shifting if you don't want to see your dead loved ones.
So, while you guys are messing around in there, Harsa, you
Yes.
go through your leather wallet because you have spent time in this town, obviously at the university, things like that. And I believe we discussed at the end of last session, if you hear a rustling noise, by the way, chat, it is because my kitten has decided to come up behind my microphone and try and rub on it, so I apologise.
Kitten ASMR.
Yes, meow ASMR. Yeah. So, you decided that you were going to go through your wallet, I believe.
Yeah, I want to look for my extra special membership card.
Rifling through your wallet, you managed to find... It's pretty sturdy cardstock, a nice thick. It is still paper.
Mm-hmm.
Its top edges are a little bit dog-eared, and in the center of it is just a golden bee shape.
Golden bee? I thought it was a
Yes.
dragonfly.
Dragonfly, I meant, sorry.
You're thinking of the honeypot from the
I'm thinking of the honeypot, yes.
All right. He opens the door inwards because apparently the cat, was kept there to keep the door closed, but they didn't think of that. So he opens the door, steps over the dandelion.
The dandelion just looks at you. He's a terrible cat.
Terrible guardlion. Yeah.
It's not really a guard dog.
Well, no, I didn't put it to stop the door from opening. It was more just
to make sure you didn't leave.
There.
Yeah. So you have to step.
And he's really drunk, so could we do some sort of check for him to step over? Would that be
Roll me a dex check, Harsa, to step over the large lion-shaped creature.
Before
if May
we
knows
do
anything
that, I
about
need to do
cats,
that.
and she does.
And she does, yes, you were saying.
I was just going to say you have to roll dex.
You shall not pass, cat.
All right, well, let me get the drunkenness table. I need to remind myself how much drunkenness I'm at.
I believe you have to meet a DC 14.
I was going to say you failed 2, I believe.
Yes, which
Something like
I
that.
think it's 8 plus... give me a second. 8 plus your spirit level. You had 3 shots, but you succeeded on 1, so you've got 2 drunkenness levels. So... Just finding it.
There we go. Dex saves and checks are at a disadvantage. Wisdom perceptions
8,
are at
10.
disadvantage.
Yes, 8, 10,
Yep.
and then you had to, at the time, your drunkenness DC, it was a 14.
All right, so is it a dex save or a dex check to climb over this thing?
Dex check, please. Or an acrobatics. Go for an acrobatics if you want.
They are the same, so it doesn't really matter. Hey!
You take a large overstep and manage to get your foot down on the other side of the dandelion, but your foot does catch a little bit as it rolls, so you do make a bit of a clattering noise as you stumble, but catch yourself on the opposite wall.
Beautiful.
I would like to argue that he is definitely within 60 feet.
Oh yeah,
Do
he's
I-
definitely within 60
do I-
feet. You would definitely hear him out in the hallway.
That depends on what's affecting his passive right now, because he's currently at a slumber party with alcohol involved and post-traumatic stress disorder McGee over here.
Post-traumatic stress won't stop me from hearing my best friend.
What currently is your passive perception? I didn't have
I'm 90% sure it's 16, but let me double check. It's loading.
I feel like with the breakdown happening in the room with you, I feel like that might take a bit of your attention.
The breakdown hasn't happened
It is
yet.
16, Blake.
Yet.
It is 16? God, I'm good.
Yep. So yeah, you definitely hear him.
My little fox ears start to twitch. Oh.
You feel a disturbance in the Foxy Force.
Oh no. I feel my best friend in danger.
You just hear clattering. You don't know it's me.
You hear the sound of booted footsteps. You hear the sound of booted footsteps. And then a thump as a heavy mass hits the wall outside Breeze's room.
I really wish you hadn't
We're
worded that
across from one
different.
another? Fuck.
I really wish you hadn't worded it like that now, because now I am gonna quietly make a shh sound to Breeze as I get up and move towards the door. She's being stalked.
Touch me.
Harsa thinks he's a brilliant, sneaky genius, so he's going to keep going down the stairs.
I'm just watching Crisis for possible breakdowns.
Do I have to move Crisis out of my way to get to the door?
No, you
Is
can
he
walk
just-
around Crisis.
Okay, I'm just making sure he's not
Yeah,
just having his
yeah.
mental breakdown in the middle of the room in my way.
Yeah, no, he's just looking over the dagger.
When I open this door, do I see my drunken best friend making a run for it?
You do see him.
I feel like there should be another role involved here, because Harsa didn't stop.
Well, I mean, you stopped at the wall, and you turned around to see the dandelion standing there, his little paws, well, I say little, his paws like batting at you.
No. I think it's eaten by a lion.
Good boy.
How do you
God.
respond? This cat is there.
I'm going to take out... Let's see, what have I got?
Don't kill my cat.
Harsa kills the cat, it becomes a fucking PvP fight with Breeze versus the entire team.
Yeah. No,
You wouldn't be on my side? Wow.
I was more just...
Yeah, I was
we're
gonna
not-
say, what do you mean?
I was more Breeze, like, doesn't take... Like, she takes no prisoners now. This is her villain arc.
I love that for me.
If you were in the vicinity and didn't save the cat, even if you didn't know what was happening, you're dead. Like, Rick wakes up as Breeze just, like, punches him in the head. She's just like, you didn't stop him! He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, God. Alright, I'm going to take a bird feather out of my inventory, out of my pocket, and just sort of wiggle it in front of the dandelion and then throw it down the hallway in the opposite direction.
Roll me an athletics at disadvantage to throw a feather down the hallway.
Athletics? Why is that a disadvantage?
Because you're drunk and it's a feather.
I need a feather.
I mean,
and all things.
have you tried to throw a feather not drunk? It's still difficult.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Is there like super
I'm not like
disadvantage?
intentionally fastballing it, I'm just trying to get it away from me.
Okay,
But
fine.
alright.
Have you
And that's
thrown a
hard to
feather?
do.
You know what?
Unless
Fine.
it's attached to an arrow, it ain't going nowhere.
Alright,
Yeah,
hang on,
you know,
hang on.
actually, no, that's fine. You don't.
It's either way, it's a 2 or a 3.
It's
so...
either way. You open the door, Blake, to see Harsa try to yeet this feather.
Oh, is it like a wind up yeet, like the leg comes up like a pitcher? And
Yep.
Oh, I love that for me.
You watch as he throws the feather goes a whole
It goes backwards somehow.
2
It's behind.
centimeters. 2 centimeters and just wafts to the floor.
What you doing there, buddy?
Distraction, and I throw some glitter at them, and then I run down the stairs.
The dandelion has pounced on the feather and is rolling around with the feather.
I'm gonna call out to Breeze and Crisis and relay. Harsa's doing some dumb shit, and I'm here for it. And off I go after him.
Okay.
The cat.
Oh my god.
Guys, Harsa's doing some dumb shit with glitter and a feather, and now he's running.
I let him go.
We'll catch up in a little bit.
Sorry, got a PTSD flashback to deal with.
Oh, this is going wonderfully.
Blake, you get to the top of the stairs just as Harsa misses one and slides down 4.
He's so quick and agile.
It's just boom, 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 as he slides down the stairs, lands on his knees.
This motherfucker.
He thinks for a moment before like processing. The pain of his landing hasn't reached his brain yet, like a toddler that's just fallen over and hasn't realized they've injured themselves. Then he looks up the stairs, realizes he's being chased, and runs. I'm gonna go for the door.
Like a toddler who knows they have something they shouldn't, you take off. Your little legs carrying you across the now near empty tavern. Blake, you are not at all stealthy. It's just boom, 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 down the stairs. It's gotten a little bit quiet as people are watching you. The people that are here have turned to watch you because you two are making a hell of a noise.
Don't worry, everyone. Typical Blake shenanigans. Just going for a nighttime run.
As you are chasing a person.
He's faster than me. He's a better runner.
So you race out of the tavern, Harsa?
Mm-hmm.
Find yourself out on the street. It's not particularly busy this evening. It is devoid of screaming this time.
Alright, where are we on the map? Over there.
Where are you running?
Oh, there's a staircase right next to us. Awesome. I'm going up the stairs and into the treetops.
Okay. You hang a right, start pounding your way up the staircase to the right.
I would just like to roll acrobatics to catch up to this motherfucker as quick as possible.
You do a slide out the door, see him ascending the staircase. I mean, both of you are seasoned veterans of this place. You know where most of the sky walkways are. You know where things vaguely are. So you do manage to keep up fine, Blake.
Why are we running, Harsa? Who's chasing you?
You are! And he keeps going. As soon as he gets to the top of the stairs, he's going to pull out the business card and see which direction it points him in. And then he's jumping over the rails in the direction of the business card pointing him.
Kill himself.
Oh my god, you are actually going to kill yourself?
Why are you? I thought you were a seasoned veteran of this place.
Let me do what I'm doing first.
Okay, so you check the direction it is leading you to this time around, because it does move. It is leading you to the northeast through this closest gate. Just here.
Alright, he goes around the top boardwalks above the guardhouse and then leaps. And as he leaps off the edge, your heart stops for a moment. And I activate my Cynic Hybrid Manta Glide, and I glide over the wall.
Like a flying squirrel, Harsa soars over the wall. You watch this, Blake. He's following something.
Is a 15 acrobatics good enough to get down from here without dying?
There's a staircase.
You do watch him. When you did manage to see him look down at his hands, he was obviously looking at something in his hands first before he leapt. You can roll me an acrobatics to jump off the skyway to minimize.
Oh, there is also a staircase.
I would like to argue I have advantage home terrain.
I mean, sure, you could take the stairs, but where's the fun in that?
That is true, yeah.
My fox-like agility and home terrain.
I just need to find a D6. Sorry. You take 6 points of falling damage as you do land on your knees for jumping off a walkway that is 12 feet in the air.
That's nothing. 12 feet's fuck all. That's not bloody fall damage.
So, because you basically above 10 feet, you gain a D6 of fall damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, D&D is more fragile than real life.
But you do manage to catch yourself in a tumble across the ground. You are now covered in dirt. But you do manage to catch yourself as you do bruise your knees slightly.
No one's going to stop you. Why are you running from me?
Why are you running?
He's already in the wind, like he's literally in the wind.
No one's going to stop this adventure. Just stop making me jump off shit and chase you.
He can't hear you. He's gliding his way across the night sky. Do you continue to chase him?
I keep chasing this dumb motherfucker.
You run through the wall. The guards are like, hey!
They're used to it. It's not the first time I've run through the wall.
As you watch as Harsa starts to head in this direction.
Motherfucker. This motherfucker. Why? Why are you running from me? I just chase this motherfucker until he stops flying, I guess.
Okay. The two of you finally find your way out into this field. You see him slowly start to descend, and eventually he lands in this field out here.
So hold on, this bloke here, from 12 feet high, has glided an entire city block.
Glad.
He was starting to descend. You were worried a few times because he's apparently drunk flying through trees. I would like to believe that he has come in and he's actually kind of taken another running leap off of some of the platforms on the way.
Basically.
All right, I believe it for now. I'm very skeptical to believe that it was...
Blake has taken to one of the electric scooters, put a little bike.
I mean, it's only 75 feet. That's not very far.
I mean, it's more
75 feet off a 12-foot.
It's more than 75 feet, and you know it.
No, that looks like 75 to me.
But anyway, so you watch though. You have managed to keep up, Blake.
I can hope so. At the rate he's falling over this amount of time, he's moving at a snail's pace. I don't know, man. The physics just aren't adding up.
Especially when you watch as there's this little shining glisten through the sky, Blake, as you watch as the coin rat somehow leaps through the air, yeets 10 gold out of his pockets as you feel...
Deserves this for the pain and suffering.
You also feel that your own pocket feels a little lighter as everyone loses 10 gold. Thank you.
Oh, fuck this. Fuck
Fixed
you.
it.
Don't worry about it. The coin rat. Get very
I am
confused.
not losing 10 gold right before I go to the fucking markets.
So, you watch as eventually he descends, Blake, into a field. There is a slight mound in the earth here. It's a bit of a hill.
Oh, tell me more. The earthy mound.
There is a bit of a hill here as he stops.
Exactly, Clint. Exactly. Oh my god. I feel like that shouldn't apply once the whole party has been stolen from, but alright.
Nope. Just you this time. Why are
Awesome.
you like this?
Why do you do the things you do?
Okay. So you're down.
Spinner, if you're in here.
That being said, you watch Harsa. You watch Blake as Harsa again pulls something out of his pocket, looks at it, holds it up. You see a small glow start to throb in the air as it appears like a piece of shadow opens, and you watch as Harsa walks through.
Oh god, walking through dumbass fucking portals with this motherfucker has not led me anywhere good, but...
It's starting to close, Blake.
I'm in, I'm a fast little boy!
Blake.
If he can... Yeah.
You race through the shadowy opening, and as you blink, your ears are assaulted by the sound of voices, lots of talking, the sounds of cries of people selling wares. You can smell spices, these deep, musky smells, and bright notes seem to catch your ears and your nose, and your senses are assaulted by bright colors, glowing lights as you open your eyes in a marketplace.
This marketplace was not here before. What is this tomfoolery? Hey, that's a big cat. Do I see Harsa?
You can see Harsa. He's walking down one of the streets.
I catch up to this idiot and I put my hand on his shoulder. What the fuck are you doing?
How did you get there?
I don't know. I followed the giant flying squirrel man.
Dangerous, those.
Uh-huh. Why didn't you just wait up? I scraped my knees.
Well, from the sounds of things, you all seem busy.
I'm here, aren't I? If you had just told me you wanted to go for a shop, I would have come.
I was going to be quick.
Okay, well, let's see how quick you are. What are we looking for, by the way?
This. And he holds out like a DMV-sized receipt of shopping list items.
I recognize 4 things on that list.
That is when, out of the corner of your eye, Blake, you start to notice some of the names on these shops.
I'll give them to me, mama.
There seems to be a herbalist of some description with piles of mounds of coloured powders in front, with a absolute psychedelic trip of a flashing sign. It's bright, it's flashing over and over of rainbows and nightmares. You see and hear the sounds of small puffing machines and whistles further down the way, probably 60 feet away. You see, just off the edge of the sign, you see, you manage to make out a hand-drawn sign of Chardwicks, and just underneath it, intrigue. Further down, you see a booksellers. There are big bookshelves out in front of it with just book after book after book, with some books flying around, smaller books flying around through the air that seem to be re-slotting themselves back into the bookshelves, and a goblinoid woman walking around just putting things away. She has long dark hair, and above hers it says Smumdorf's Pages. But then, as you're walking around, you're assaulted by all of this. Something tickles at your nose, Blake.
Oh, no.
It smells like baking and chocolate and butter and just sugar, and your mouth starts to water.
Harsa, I haven't eaten today. Can we go to the bakery?
Never a more ADHD word was spoken.
Sure, you feel free to look around. Welcome to the great markets. Okay, have fun. And I keep walking.
Okay, I'm not leaving Harsa's side. I don't know where I am. You can't leave a child unattended in the shopping centre.
The funniest part is I can't tell whether you're referring to Blake as the child or Harsa drunk as the child.
It's both, and we know it. Basically, at this point, we're 2 children holding hands in a trench coat. We're not wearing it properly. It's draped over both of us, and we're standing side by side. But we're trying.
Perfect.
Guess I'll never get a chocolatey treat. Where are we going?
Actually, that's a good point. Do you think the others would want something?
Yes. Yes. The others definitely need chocolatey treats.
All right, we'll look when we get.
Oh, my
when
tails are
we're done.
wagging.
When we're done back here, and I keep walking.
Okay, as you guys are walking around the marketplace, back at the tavern, Rick, you are snoring peacefully, unaware that shenanigans have occurred. Meanwhile, Crisis and Breeze, you are still in Breeze's room.
The boys are awfully rowdy tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into them. Maybe some stress relief?
Maybe. Well, this gives us enough time for some girl talk between the two of us.
Girl talk. Did you... I look at the dagger that he's presumably still holding. Did you get anything from that?
Yes, I did, considering it was mine for a period.
You remember?
I remembered, not Crisis.
Oh. Who am I speaking to?
I'll hand the dagger back first.
I take it.
Exel Sacred Strike. A pleasure.
And okay. And where are you? And where is Crisis? Are you an aspect of Crisis? Are you? Please explain to me as though I were a child.
Well, I need someone to explain it to me first before I could explain it to you. I'm not too sure myself. I'm just a girl who has some pretty strong feelings about some things. But one thing I think you and I share is a love for music, right? Appreciation of the arts.
I do. Is like, has Crisis just gone crazy? Is this Crisis being insane, or is this something else? Can I do some sort of check?
You can roll an insight.
Okay. And he looks the same, right?
Yep, looks absolutely the same.
And
His
the name you
mannerisms,
mentioned, have I heard it?
his mannerisms have changed a little bit. They are a bit. He seems to be holding himself differently. He has raised his voice a little. It is softer spoken. Even the expressions do seem a little softer. You would say that, considering he is a reasonably large man, I think we clocked him at 6'2", roughly at the moment.
Oh, 6'4".
6'4". So he is a big man, but the way he's sitting and holding himself is almost like he has taken on a more diminutive stature. Almost the way he's moving his hands is almost elegant, graceful. There's a slight femininity to it. You don't think Crisis is insane. He seems relatively lucid for an insane person. He seems to know what he's talking about. But just in his whole mannerism, Breeze, you can tell this isn't Crisis. Whether or not that means he's insane, who knows?
Okay. And the name that he said, do I recognize it?
Probably not. Because I don't think Crisis has really spoken much about what he does know or anything like that, so probably not.
Okay, and it's not like a name that would be in books or anything then?
No, it's not a famous name.
Okay. Will Crisis be coming back?
Oh, probably in a few minutes when I give him back the reins. I just took this as a good opportunity to, again, have a girls' talk because there was something I kind of want to talk to you about in particular because out of the you five hooligans, you're a little bit of the odd one out.
What was the odd one out?
Well, it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. Sometimes the odd one out is the one that makes all the difference. But it's Crisis was having the same worry, but he was having a hard time voicing it, so I decided to give him a little bit of a hand and ask for him to answer your concern. He'll be back in a moment. It's like multiple people trying to drive a car, and each person is doing one particular thing at the same time. Someone has their hand on the clutch.
How many of you are there in his head?
I don't know. We don't really get a chance to interact.
But you know there's more.
Because I know them, or I think I do. But I hope it's not who I think it is.
Who do you think it is?
No one bad. People I care about, people who I want to see happy. Stuck like this, none of us are happy.
Well, if you tell me their names, maybe when Crisis comes back, he'll know, and then we can do something about it.
I can't necessarily say.
You
Not
can't or
for
don't want to.
a bit of both, but primarily I can't. There's a small part of me that doesn't want to.
Why?
I don't know. The whole magic and afterlife and all that, I've never really understood it.
Are you scared that you'll disappear? Something changes, that you'll just be gone?
A little bit. For myself and for the others. But Breeze, honey,
you
have
won't
you
speak
ever
to me because I'm odd. Yes, go ahead.
have you ever killed anything?
Yeah, for the first time actually, recently.
How are you feeling?
Great.
Well, that's a interesting answer.
Why?
Just most people don't say they're great after they kill something.
I didn't say
Well,
great, I said not great.
Oh. No, okay.
That would be a weird answer. I'm amazing.
Yes, it would be. I'm glad you said not great.
I'm doing brilliantly, better than ever. I love killing. It's my favorite.
My blood's pumping. Okay, so it only gets worse, especially with what you might find at, what is it, the Veil concert?
Yeah.
Those won't just be mindless creatures or non-sentient creatures. They'll be people you're fighting.
But hopefully we can save those people. They're mind controlled, they're not themselves. We don't have to kill them.
You're right. But if you have to choose between someone being mind controlled and one of your party members. Who are you going to choose to save?
But there's always another option. I mean, can't I just knock them out? Can't... You know who I'd save if it came to that.
I'm not saying this to put a damper on your spirits or to question you. I think you're more than capable of taking care of yourself. I look at you and I see me. I was angry. And, well, I was scared. I don't know if you are.
I'm not angry, I'm fine. She lies.
Okay. But do you have a stage name?
Well, this breeze sort of is. It's also kind of my real name, but it's the common version of it. So I took it as a stage name.
Okay, that's good. Every performer should have a way to separate themselves from
I'm
the
not really a
stage.
performer. I don't perform anymore. I had some training, but I'm not a performer.
But
I don't really
you're
have what it takes, I
someone who has a good appreciation of the arts.
think. Yeah, but I don't think I've learned since leaving home that I don't really have. Not really cut out for the. Yeah, I like the arts.
A performer is more than just someone who prances around the world and plays music. It's someone who motivates, inspires.
Oh, you mean like Vale?
In a sad example, yes.
Not a fan?
Sure. From what I heard, his music seems popular, but what is he about? What's his message? What is he fighting for?
Music say he's very inspiring. But yeah, what is he fighting for?
That's the thing I want you to be thinking about. If you have a stage name, that's fine. But that dagger, it used to be mine. So let me name it for you. All of us, we like to get nicknames from aspects about us. You've heard of Roland. Roland was the dreamer. I went by Sharp Tongue. That is what you shall call that dagger. Use it well.
Try. Thank you for Sharp Tongue. What happened to you?
I died. We all died. We were betrayed. We died angry. Unpleasant. I'm gonna go, Breeze. I want you to understand something. This is a collective thought from the collective. It's something we've been thinking about probably longer than this form has been breathing, so we're trying to really understand it and come to an agreement what it means. But there's this voice whispering to all of us that we will be the final war upon the world. And I don't think it means the actual world, which is good, because that's a lot of people to fight, and I don't think I would win. Or Crisis, or any one of us. But there's something out there. It makes us furious. Crisis isn't a mad person. He's not an angry person. I am. They call me Sharp Tongue for a reason. You ever seen a person scream at another person to death? I sure have. And I'm worried we're starting to influence Crisis in more negative ways than positive. So.
How much of him is him? How much of him was ever him? Were you always in him? Were you always part of him since he was born?
All for
Was
one
he
and
born?
one for all.
So what do you want something? Oh, is there a way we can help him?
Be his friend. Help him get through life.
For as long as he chooses to work with me. I mean, I kind of just tagged along.
Did you tag along, or did you point out something greater to all of us?
I'm sure if you ask Rick, he would say tagged along.
And I'm sure Rick would say many things. But this isn't the first time this story is played out. And everyone who's a part of that story plays an important part of the story.
Then why does it keep on being told? It's the same
it
story.
Needs to be. No, it's not the same story, but it's an important one. The story that should be told. Make sure it's a story worth repeating. And Crisis will fall face first onto the floor.
I tried to catch him.
I'll say, because you were standing pretty close, I'll say you caught him. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
I sort of like lay him gently down.
Catch him and then drop him again. Like,
No, but like I'll lay him on the bed.
Okay, you lay him down on the bed.
And is he just passed out?
I assume that was a snore.
Snore. Yes, I'm trying to snore, and the mic's not picking it up.
Okay. I will curl up in a little ball on the floor.
oh jeez.
Next to my mouth and try to sleep.
There's a rug on the floor.
Bed.
Is there another bed? Why are there two beds in this room?
Yeah.
Is there not?
I
Because you weren't sharing a room.
Yeah, I think they gave you 4 rooms, but there were 2 beds in each room.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
yeah. Then I don't deliberately then go sleep on the...
I must lay on floor.
It's floor time now.
Yeah, Breeze has to get in the tummy time, so...
Yeah, I go to bed.
Okay, you climb into bed, ignoring the boys out whatever they were doing. Okay.
I mean, I tried to go to bed like 3 times today. And I'm like, oh.
Breeze
and after what
To be fair, 2 of them were at 4:30 in the afternoon, so...
She had a rough day.
Breeze,
and after what just happened,
Breeze
I think my mind
at this
is, like,
point
broken.
is tired. Yeah, you're... Physically, you're not tired. Mentally, you're exhausted. So, you go to bed, you tuck yourself in with your moth, Noctis, and curl up for the evening. You lay Crisis with his shoes
finally
on the
strikes
bed.
5.
So, yes, you and Crisis and Breeze, you both get to have your long rest while you're doing this. Meanwhile, across town,
Meanwhile,
in the Hawker's Market, Harsa, you are leading Blake around to find stuff. It is an amalgamation of shops. Some of the sellers here do sell trade in coin products, as in you pay for the product. Others still participate in the very fey practice of a trade. What exactly are you looking for, Harsa?
I've popped it into my name chat, but I am looking for the components to a portable lab. I am looking for someone that is selling or trading for a bag of holding or bag of colding. And I am looking for information or books on a specific type of potion.
Well, the books you can definitely go to Smumdorf's. The portable lab, bag of holding, I mean, those you could actually buy in the from like an actual in the real world.
But those shops are currently closed because it's 4:30 in the afternoon.
So you make your way around.
Is there a clothes shop here? Just out of curiosity.
There are clothes shops here. There are places that sell fabric.
You know what I'm after. Don't.
Yeah.
There are clothes shops here that do sell fabric. At closer inspection, Blake, while you see rolls and rolls of different fabrics, of different makes, of different materials and things like this, you do see a sign up on one of these clothing shops. All that glitters is gold. And you see in the back a small fairy just sitting on a stool with a little, on her wrist she seems to have like a little fabric pumpkin with a whole heap of pins sat in it. You can see that she is sitting in front of a dress form and she's sewing, but next to her there's a sign saying choose your fabric, 20 minutes sew.
Do I want clothes? I look at Harsa. Okay, are clothes a good investment at this point, you think?
Depends on the clothes.
I mean, she looks like she does a good job.
It's very likely that whatever you're looking for is here. Can't always guarantee it's not pre-owned, but...
What's that cool? Those cool clothes Breeze has that are always just changing.
Weave something. Glamour weave. Do you have outfits in mind? Because Glamour weave, you instill the outfits in it before you make it. Like there's a set amount of outfits.
Really, it's not just infinite. Whatever she can imagine.
If you're going for common, if you want the rarer stuff, then you might. But common is like 5 outfits.
How did she come up with 5 outfits she wanted? That's way too much foresight. Maybe we'll come back when
fancier version. I don't know.
Maybe we'll come back when I can think of 5 outfits.
All right.
But what are we after again? And also, why am I whispering?
I don't know.
She's just kind of you've watched as she's raised an eyebrow at you. She has she's not very tall. She's only about 2 feet tall. Quite dainty looking, as most fairies are. She has some very large dragonfly-like wings, waist-length curly red hair, and the way the petals of her dress kind of lay give you the idea that it's supposed to look a little bit like a tulip. The tights and shoes she is wearing fade from like a green, and as they move up her thigh, they're more like a normal neutral tone. And she's just like raised one of her eyebrows at you because you're kind of standing in the entranceway to her shop, whispering to each other.
Yeah, Harsa doesn't click on this.
I was hi. I was
Hello.
Just looking at buying a 3-piece suit.
I can do that. 20 minutes.
How much?
Well, it depends. What kind of three-piece suit do you want? Because we can do like a standard pair of pants, a shirt, a jacket if you want. We could do a three-piece suit with like, it depends on how much structure you want, because of course we can do corseted vests and things like this. Or it could just be shorts and a tank top, I guess. It really depends on what you want. But basically the way that it works is you pick a fabric and in 20 minutes I sew you an outfit. Depending on what you want and depending on what fabric you pick, depends on how much it's going to cost, and how much it's going to cost depends on what is it worth to you.
Awesome.
I'm
in over my head.
I look around. Do I see any kind of racks of glamour weave laying around?
You see several shades of glamour weave as a basic. You've got your standard spacesuit silver, as well as a chromatic shift style ones from purple to green, yellow to blue. You see some that do have like these metallic overlays on them, kind of like a dragon scale, in various shades. Some of them even seem to have an amorphous black mesh underneath them that kind of almost swirls like a cosmic fabric, like it's made out of the stars itself.
I notice you carrying a lot of glamour weave.
Of course.
How much to get basic glamour weave set up for this one?
As I said, this is a barter system. What's it worth to you? What are you willing to give me for it?
I've got smoke grenades. Huh?
It's a little more esoteric than that.
Think of the decorative purposes and properties as well as other properties of this, and I'll take out the unicorn horn and the jar of astral moth dust.
Interesting. I mean, I could make a vest, I guess, with that, but I mean, if you want like a full suit, we're starting to talk like, I don't know, a smile from a sunny day, or a minute of your life, or...
Honey, the minutes of my life are not worth that much.
You would be surprised. You never know when you need that last minute. Or it could be, I don't know, an hour of sleep, or it really depends.
Harsa, I'm losing an hour of sleep talking to her. Should I just give her that?
We will take the full three-piece suit setup for this one with the glamour weave options. You can take both of these and a night of sleep from me.
Of my choosing?
Is that
within the week.
Hold on, night with a K?
Within this week.
Within this week?
But like night with a K?
No.
I thought you had a night. I was really excited.
Which glamour
the night of sleep.
Which glamour weave? Because
Blake?
that will increase the cost.
What is your favorite color, Blake?
I'm more of a black fella myself. I heard it when it came out of my mouth, and I take it back.
Yep.
The cosmic is worth a week of sleep alone. It's knitted from the errant dust of a solar system that has died in the last millennia.
Well, okay. Hold on. Let's...
Insight check. That sounds rather exponential for someone in a stall like this.
Rather exponential in a Fey realm, okay.
Let me backtrack. Look, we do have a card to barter with here that we haven't used. I'm a motherfucking cleric. Like, I carry my god's grace with me.
I don't think you want to be trading that.
Oh, I can trade, like, favors from a cleric, but surely. Like...
Keep in mind, the more vague the favor you trade, the more value it has, because the more they can manipulate you.
But, like, I'm thinking, like, oh, call me up and I'll cure some wounds or something like that. Like, little bit of medical.
All right.
I'm happy to make you a 3-piece suit. She's been listening. I'm happy to make you a 3-piece suit in the cosmic black with 2 slots that you can add your own options. So you can have 3 outfits out of this glamour suit for a last breath.
So are you going to come and take that breath when I'm dying, or are you going to kill me now?
Just a last breath.
It doesn't have to be his.
Oh, you want to? I'll walk outside now and I'll make someone take their last breath. That can be organised very easily. And I point to like the first guy walking down the street. I'm like, do you want that guy's last breath?
Jesus fucking Christ. I want you to be more specific.
That's the offer. You can go for a lesser shade if you want.
I mean, we don't need cosmic black. I'm not that fancy. I'm happy with just black. Like standard black and white, or just normal, a normal fabric tone. So I'm not a fancy lad.
All right, what is the cheapest glamour weave option you have then?
Just a standard UFO silver. That'll cost you a fingernail.
I mean, to be fair, Blake, you don't have to actually wear the silver version. If you can install the other 2, then you can swap between those 2.
Okay. I mean, have we got just white?
It's bright silver.
I understand Spaceman Silver. What's the other option? I don't want Spaceman Silver.
You select what it looks like and make it look like not like a spandex bodysuit, which is essentially what it is.
I look at Harsa and just shrug. I'm lost. I'm lost, Harsa. I'm too dumb for this fashion stuff.
Glamour weave works. The way glamour weave works is you are essentially wearing a bodysuit and you are projecting an outfit on the glamour weave is projecting an outfit, basically.
Oh, it sounds like hologram tech.
Kind of, but people can interact with it, touch it, yada, 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 like you're actually wearing the clothes.
Have you ever watched The Hunger Games?
Yeah.
You know the dress that catches on fire?
Yeah.
That.
All right, let's just get the Spaceman Silver spandex leotard and let's mosey on out of here.
All right, go for that one.
All right, well, I'll need a fingernail right now.
Harsa will hold out a hand.
Oh, no, my hand.
You watch as she goes over to her cashier's desk and you watch as she pulls out a pair of pliers.
You're currently already missing some. My turn.
I was just going to get her to take one of my dead ones. I was kind of curious what would happen.
As much as they like being vague, it's usually best if we don't try to be.
Okay, well, this is your area of expertise, the magic markers. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We'll think about that later. And yeah, he will hold the hand out.
You go over to the desk, put your hand down. You watch as she waves a hand and some vines come alive out of the desk and wrap around your wrist so you can't pull away. As she slowly extracts a fingernail from the nail bed. It is painful, Harsa. Roll me a con save.
Con save. Okay. Does being 2 levels of drunk help me with this?
You did have to a thing.
No, because you do have... Actually, no, you're good. Yeah, I'll allow you to roll advantage.
That's a save?
Con save to not pass out. Barely. You watch as Blake. You watch as this fingernail, as she's pulling, you can see the nail bed slowly peeling away from the keratin. As Harsa kind of, you can see that he's got some beads of sweat, but you watch as he kind of gives a very slow, drunken blink as he sways a little bit. Surprisingly, even as she's pulling it out, and you can see that there is blood pooling all over Harsa's finger, it is not landing anywhere on this desk. It is being just, as soon as it's touching the desk, it is vanishing like the desk itself is consuming the blood. And eventually...
Blake cure wounds himself.
Cure wounds you. Get that shit out of here.
Okay.
As you reach out to touch Harsa, Blake, his nail comes free. He now has a completely raw, open nail bed and underneath the base of his nail. And you watch as it kind of, as you touch him, it slowly starts to look like it's several weeks old, that it is healing up. There is no nail there anymore. And Harsa, as you can see, as the vines withdraw, as she holds up what is easily a 2.5 centimeter long piece of nail that she has extracted from your hand.
Oh, now you made us lie to May. We just told her that we were done with this gross bit.
Yeah.
But Harsa, you lift your finger up and you can see that the nail bed is completely healed over. But in healing it, no nail is going to grow out of there.
Fair enough. All right.
Oh, now I've disfigured you. Disfigured, buddies!
Oh, well. Cool. That is all you need.
I apologize, May.
No, they're deafened.
I do apologize to anyone for the grossness of that. So.
It's all done. You're safe now.
Blake, you stand there momentarily as you are healing him, and you realize that with the deal done, a tape measure has floated up from a basket and is now measuring you within an inch of your life, around the circumference of your thighs, the circumference of your calves, the length, the width of your ankles, the distance of your hips, the distance of your butt cheeks, the girth of your chest.
Getting your three measurements done, yeah.
Yeah, let's make a roll for how impressed she is.
Oh my god. She's not measuring you. It's a tape measure.
I reckon a tape measure can get a hard on roll for.
Press the tape measure, yeah.
Yeah, roll.
You don't need a roll. The tape measure is suitably impressed.
Oh yeah, baby, I'm done for tonight.
She looks at you. Moss looks at you. Come back in 20 minutes and it'll be ready.
Understood.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Isn't it night time?
It is, but who knows?
It's 4:30.
It's always 4:30 here.
So you walk out. You do find, you do see over at one of the stalls. Yeah, one place that you think could have some of the things you're looking for is Chardwick's item of intrigue. It might have some of the things you're looking for.
Cool. I remember you mentioning a herbalist.
There is indeed a herbalist over at Rainbows and Nightmares.
Before I go to Intrigue, I'm going to go to Rainbows and Nightmares.
Yep.
This is where you pay me back for that. Oh, jeez.
Are we always just dealing fingernails?
Lots of people do.
Why do I even bother with money?
The more progressive towns do the currency exchange, but you've lived here long enough to realize that that's stock and trade, right?
I've never traded a fingernail for anything. I've dealt in favors, but...
Have you spent all of your time in the city?
I've only been here a few years.
Interesting. What I need you to do, and he takes the small sealed pouch off of his hip. Take these, sell them to him or her or whoever is in there, and please do not go below 100 for each.
Okay. So less. So they are worth more than 100.
They are
And you want me to
absolutely worth
shield
more than
them
100.
to the shopkeeper, not just any random person I bump into.
Look, if anyone is willing to buy them for more than 100, you know what? Let's say 115. If anyone's willing to buy them for that, go for it. I don't care, but just more than 100 or 115.
Okay, more than 100, sell to the shopkeeper. Okay, I've got this. All right, psych myself up, take my little backpacky thing you've given me, and off I strut into the shop.
You strut into Rainbows and Nightmares, where you can see lots of little rectangular boxes with various spices, herbs, and things like this, all ground up into fine powders. It is a cavalcade of sights and smells in here. Some of them give you a rush, Blake, as the goblin at the counter finishes up and comes over to you. She is about 3 feet tall, wearing a hood with a bandeau of numerous potions across her chest. She's got leather coverlets and some big baggy bloomers on as she looks at you. Hello.
She's got a cute little hood. Oh, she's cute.
I like to think this is in person, like in character.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
What can I do for you? Welcome to Rainbows and Nightmares, psychedelic stimulants, and narcotics.
3 of my favourite things. So happy to be here. Have I got something that you will be interested in?
I don't know. Do you have something I'd be interested in?
I definitely do. So I've got some Winklemut berries here. All
Yes.
ripe, all
Alright.
perfectly preserved.
All right.
I know they're hard to come by. I know they're rare and they only bloom once a year.
Yes.
And I've got 7 of them.
Okay.
Are you interested in buying them?
I would need to examine them first to make sure that they're not just, well, beads that have been painted.
Can Harsa hear this conversation from the door?
You can see that Blake is gesticulating and talking, and she's talking to him. You
All
watched as Blake's tails twitched with excitement.
All right, never mind then.
Okay.
Oh, actually, he would have explained this when he picked them while you were there with him.
They can't come out of the thing.
Yeah, you would remember that they wither and wilt within like a couple days of being left out.
They're rare to come by. They bloom once a year, and they cannot be left out of this box for more than a few hours, or they wilt.
Okay.
Well,
when exactly were they picked?
they were picked over a week ago, and they've been kept in this airtight box that's kept them sealed and fresh.
Okay, which means that if I take them out of the box to inspect them, they might only have 2 days to sell?
But you could sell them in the box. I'm sure that someone like you has a box of airtightness. I don't know if box of airtightness was the right word, but we're going with it. A sealed container, if you will. You're holding sealed flasks right now.
Yes, but they're glass and you can see what's inside them.
I can get one of these berries out for you, and you can see what's inside them. Also, when you buy them, we'll transfer them into your own method of holding, so that they don't go off.
I would need to take ones out to make sure.
I take one out for her.
She raises an eyebrow, takes it from you, moves over to her desk and puts a little kind of looks like a jeweler's lens up to her eye as she inspects it. She rubs it between her fingers.
It seems to be what it says.
I didn't come in here lying to you.
You'd be surprised. It's not lying if you're obfuscating the truth. But anyway, you want to sell me the berries?
Yes, I'd love to sell you 7 of them.
6 of them. You just took one out, sir.
Yeah, but I put it back in. Once we put it back in there, it doesn't ripen instantly. They can be left out for like a day. If I put it back in, it's only been out for like, we picked it and put it straight in there, so it's been out for like 10 minutes.
That's 10 minutes less effectiveness than the rest of them.
That's not quite how that works, because as long as they're in this window of ripeness, they're all super effective. It's not until they start to over-ripen, which happens really quickly. Anyway, can I put that back in the bag and we can have this conversation once it's back safe?
Yes, come on over. Can I interest you in any of my wares for trade?
You see, if we're going to trade wares, I'm going to have to talk to my companion. He's much better at picking what he wants. I'm the salesman.
You're his servant.
My tails twitch at that, and my ear twitches, but I'm okay with it.
Well, would your master find any of my wares sufficient for what he needs?
I'm sure my master can speak for himself. And I call out to Harsa, my master, to come into the shop.
Sorry. Yeah, Harsa goes in.
Hi, master.
Harsa raises a bit of a quizzical eyebrow, but tries to move past it. Hello.
I was just explaining how we picked these berries, and we're on the path to selling them, but they are interested in knowing if we would like to trade our wares, and I pointed out that was above my pay grade to make that decision.
Okay. Just a moment. I'll take a bit of a look around. Sort of analyze what she's got on display, I guess.
There's a bunch of humans here in this shop. Everything got hyper realistic.
I had to reshare because I had to make sure Harsa could see what.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I would be happy to take the berries in returns for some of my fine wares, if you like your psychedelics, your stimulants.
Yes, psychedelics and stimulants are very useful in my line of work, that is true. However...
Oh, you're a man of taste, then.
You could say that. And he kind of like adjusts his bandolier of alchemical potions.
Some of these are so very hard to come by. I worked very hard.
Yes, as did we when we were looking for these. Look, I am aware of how valuable some of the things in here might be. However...
Well, for example, I could give you powders for your friends, your servants. If he needs to protect you, you can give him some of this.
And she shows you some black lotus powder
that would allow him to avoid getting hit and kicked and hurted.
Interesting. That would be quite useful if it wasn't highly addictive.
You trying to get me addicted to black tar heroin?
Look.
Well,
from
if that's not your kind of thing, I also have some halfling leaf, which will allow you to become extremely relaxed if you find it hard to have a calming day, sir.
As I said, these are all very, very useful and incredibly displayed and refined items, definitely. Your shop runs a wonderful product. However,
I guess what my master's trying to say is we're looking to sell. We want monetary reimbursement.
Exactly.
So you just want golds?
Gold, silver, platinum, whichever form you wish to trade in, but I have a specific goal in mind, and I require the funds to be in regularly recognized currency.
Well, I have some more esoteric things. Like I have a bottled minute of time.
What's with everyone trying to sell a minute of time around here?
No, they were trying to purchase a minute of time before.
Yeah, but why are we dealing in a minute of time?
Because you never knows when you are going to need that spare minutes.
Oh, I have a fair idea where I could use a minute.
I could also give you I could also trade you a length of rope. That is always the right length.
I'm not even going to make the comment, James.
Look, I enjoy the idea. Tell you what about half the berries for their monetary cost and the other half for the minute of time?
Oh, no, minutes of times is very, very valuable, sir. This time was taken from a child.
Well, that doesn't make me want it anymore. Now I don't want it.
It is an extra minute of a happy childhood afternoon having a tea party.
I don't remember my childhood, so don't even try that.
You know what, friend? I think we might have to take business elsewhere. And he will hold his hand out for the bag, Blake.
Off we go then, boss. I turn my tails and I leave this bitch.
Harsa begins walking out.
She doesn't look fussed by you going to leave.
Damn. All right, we leave.
Off we go then. I give Harsa back the berries once we step outside. I give him his little bag back.
What the fuck was that about?
I don't know, Master. You tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you saying this?
I don't know. I think she was trying to pick a fight, but I'm trying to work on my ability to stay calm.
Right. Fair enough. All right. Fuck it.
Next time I get to be the master too, by the way.
Sure. Okay.
Next time we play Doms and Subs, I'm in charge.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, he's gonna keep walking, and yeah, he will keep searching for a place that will sell him a portable lab. Okay. Go back to what is it? Yeah, that one.
Chadwick.
Okay, you go back to Chadwick's item of intrigues.
Intrigue.
Yes. You notice that there is, as you're walking around, you walk into his little stall that he has there. And it is nicely decorated. There are lots of very cute things here. You notice that there are things like necklaces, as well as flowers, pendants, things like this. You do notice that there appear to be some weapons and whatnot. Weirdly, things like a whole wall of just dried tentacles and whatnot, hearts, ashes, things like this. And eventually you walk up to the counter. As you walk up to the counter, you hear the scurrying of footsteps. As
Haas is looking around, he's like, oh, it's that Chadwick.
Who?
As you walk up, you hear the scurrying of feet as a step stool behind the counter is dragged across. You hear the sound of wood on stone just across, and then tap, 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 as a small green gnomish gentleman in a very oversized hat kind of comes up, and it is eventually above the height of the counter. On his head appears to be a small black creature with very, very large ears, a big pair of green eyes peering at you.
It's Toothless the Dragon, I want it!
This is just a session of Ty
Hello
going,
again.
I want it!
Oh, it's you.
I'm pulling on Harsa's sleeve. I want it, I want it, I want it!
No.
What do
Our-
you want?
You want me to handle this, Harsa?
You know, it might be a good idea.
Oh, no. The last time you let someone do the bartering for you, you ripped me off. Now I deal with the sauce.
Hold on, friends. I'm a trustworthy fox. I'm not here to rip anybody off. I've got quite the deal.
And that pixie didn't speak for me.
Oh, that's not what she said.
Also, I've never even seen you. I turned to Harsa. When did you meet a pixie? I've never even seen you talk to a pixie. Do you have friends that you're not telling me about?
Later. Anyway. We have something. Now that I recognize this shop, I understand that you might be interested in.
Oh, we've got a deal.
What do you want? You
It's
never
not
come in
quite-
here wanting to buy anything.
Oh, hold on. I want that little dragon on your hat.
Oh, Derek, he's not for sale. But
Oh,
might I introduce you,
It's
good
never
sir,
for sale.
to my newest collection?
As he turns a cardboard tiered collection of what appears to be a really chubby stuffed dragon, a really chubby stuffed Tarask.
May I introduce you, sir, to the Snuggle Beasts?
They're just fucking D&D themed squishmallows.
Pretty much.
You said there was a dragon?
Let me give you a second. I'll just put it up in the Discord so you can see what these things look like. Just because I know it'll sell you on one ad, if only for yourself, not just for yourself, maybe for Breeze.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I knew the one you were going to refer to, so Harsa is genuinely looking over them.
If I buy something, will you hear us out on what we have to sell?
If you buy something, I am willing to listen.
Oh.
I also have the Sleepy Time Stuffy. I have
gonna-
Penelope, as he pulls up what appears to be like a little backpack, like a kid's backpack that looks like a stuffed pony, that you can open up.
Does it have a leash on it?
No, it's like a little backpack. That he explains that if you take it off and speak the command word, it will actually turn into a horse that you can ride.
Harsa. Awesome.
That is a matter of your money. I am here for mine. You can spend yours how you wish.
There's also, I'll show you.
I don't need a horse backpack. I don't need a horse backpack. I don't need a horse backpack. Is it shit?
horse backpack.
Oh my god. Rick's here. He's in my hand.
Rick is like sitting in the fucking pile of stuffies, like he's pretending to be one of the Snugglebees.
I was thinking it was like Rick with like backpack straps trying to sell himself as one of the backpacks. Oh no. No, give myself a little slap across the face. I don't need one of these right now.
Are you sure they are exclusive?
Oh. Oh. No. Do not need. I am a tough, strong, capable adventurer. I do not need a stuffed toy.
Oh, but he's so
It really
cute.
depends on the stuffed toy. To be honest, I know this store. There's more to it than just a stuffed animal.
Yeah, they also do other stuff for adventurers. These snuggle beasts will make you feel loved and safe and even regenerate your health when you cuddle them.
Fuck is loved.
You sound like a man that needs a Tarask then.
Looks to the price tag. I'm not paying 4 or 5,000 gold for a
What?
animal.
Can't I just give him a minute of some crappy time I've had? The only man dealing in actual coinage here is just a fucking rod.
You could always go for the unicorn, Blake. It seems a little more our speed.
We did kill that unicorn.
And that's true. Actually, good point. Do you accept bartering this time? And he kind of holds up the unicorn horn.
Depends what you want for it.
I want you to take at least 100 off the unicorn stuffy in exchange for this.
Interesting. So it's just... Wait, this is an unusual unicorn horn, though.
Oh yeah, it was corrupted and just angry about everything.
So you want me to take 100 gold off of one of my items for a cursed unicorn horn?
I didn't say cursed, I said corrupted. Two different things.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say cursed. Look, you know my business. If you think that I'm going around selling cursed items, then I guess I'll take my funds and my items elsewhere.
But I mean, we haven't even got to the best item yet. Like these are just the random crap we've picked up along the way that we're offering to. Don't you want to know what actually brought us in here? The sale I was telling you about before, the deal that you just didn't want to hear a bar of?
You're not very good at sales. Sell me on it. I don't like this teasing. If I wanted teasing, I'd go to the brothel.
Okay, if you don't want teasing, then I'll just get straight to the point. We have obtained.
Yes.
Some. They are Winclement berries. Well, I've got 7, right? Like perfectly ripe, picked at the perfect time. Felt the sunlight on them for less than a minute before being stored.
Mm-hmm.
Winclement berries. Bloom once a year, rare as fuck to come across, and we've got 7 of them in prime condition.
Let's not forget, they bloom once a year and one at a time.
Do you not understand the healing properties that these berries have?
Interesting. What do you want for them?
First off, what do you have to offer for them?
I'm happy to pay 80 apiece.
They can do.
Now who's ripping who off?
I wasn't brought down in the last shower.
90.
Come on, we can get 120 for these any day of the week.
So go get 120 for them.
We've come here for a good deal, a fair deal. I don't want to sell them to some schmuck that's just going to waste them.
$95, that's my last offer. A piece, because I still have to make a profit off them. I have to be able to sell them, especially since they're a limited time purchase.
Yeah, but if you don't, see, you got to think outside of the box. If you take these straight out of our storage setup and put them straight into your own storage setup, you can keep them for months. You don't have to just give them to the first fool that walks in to buy them. That's why we haven't sold them yet. We don't want to sell them to just any schmuck with no imagination who won't use them to their full potential.
Uh-huh. Roll me a persuasion.
Have I helped at all? Oh, never mind.
All right. Yeah, I suppose you've got a point. I suppose you have a point. But you've got to remember, I have to be able to sell them.
That's a fair point. I do understand, but also, Harsa already knows about you. Like, he's
Yeah, and he never
world-renowned
comes in
traveler.
and buys anything.
And we can
How do you
change.
expect to get any product if no one comes in and sells anything?
Because I travel around and get it myself?
Hold on a second. Do you know who he's... have you read a newspaper recently? We are adventuring around with some of the biggest names in town at the moment. Like...
Uh-huh.
You really haven't. You have no idea.
It's the markets. They're usually stuck in here for a few days until they move.
Once you go outside in a few days and pick up a newspaper, you are going to be amazed by what Haas has been up to recently.
All right, and can I market that to sell these products?
Yeah. If you say Haas's adventuring party buys off you, if Haas's adventuring party gave these to you, you're the trusted merchant of Haas's party's goods.
And how do I know you're not going to undercut me by going and selling somewhere else? Are we going to make an exclusive deal here? That you only buy and sell with me?
Haas is the one with the connection with you. That's up to him. I'm just a simple salesman.
That's a very particular and very... what's the word? Specific, I guess, request. We have connections with the Adventurers Guild right now. They can get me a lot more things than you can. If you can promise me that you have other connections than what you're currently displaying around this shop...
I'm not telling you who my connections are, otherwise you're going to go to them and deal with them directly. That's not the way this works.
Hold on, I'm not here to deal in bad faith.
What is the point in me giving you exclusive buying and selling rights if I don't know what you're going to have in stock?
Because it pushes up the prices on things. I can offer you better deals. For the things you're bringing me, I can give you discounts. Because with your name...
He's still trying to go for the fucking dragon on his hand.
Dragon. I'm like tapping my fingers. I'm trying to get its attention.
With your name exclusively tied to my shop, me being able to turn around and say, "Oh, Harsa shop's here." And this is the only place people can get things from that have your name attached to it. I can push the prices of things up elsewhere.
That is currently not a possibility. I'm already undergoing mercantile discussions with the Adventurers Guild. I can give you non-exclusive rights, but I cannot give you exclusivity.
But you want me to buy your products at a discounted price to me, and you gain a profit.
Whoa, hold on. No one said discounted price. We said fair price, and I pointed out that you could mark them up because I know I, for one, would be happy if asked to state that we sell our goods to you because you are a trusted merchant within our community who has always looked after us. And in return,
At that moment, Deterran looks across at you, Harsa.
He does know that we're the grey market, right? And we don't exactly work on a legal basis here, right?
For someone who's lived here a few years, he seems pretty green. Blake, he's kind of right. It's not really entirely above board here.
Anything ever really entirely above board? As long as the cops are around, who cares?
That's kind of the point. They can't advertise my name like that.
Who's going to stop them? It's not above board. Like, I turn Harsa around and I lean over. I'm like, you realize he can just use your name if he wants to use your name. No one can stop him.
I could.
Sorry.
I absolutely could. No. You know what? No. You know what you can get for these. He turns back around. You know how much they are truly worth, and you are intent on undercutting me. You just got irritated at the concept of me selling you things because you thought I was ripping you off, and now you're trying to do it to me. I don't understand how you expect this to foster good trade.
Well, what do you want instead, then?
The asking price I have requested, at least 100 apiece. You know you can sell these for more.
First of all, you never said to him a handling price. A set price. You said that to Blake. You didn't actually say to him what you were willing to offer.
Understood. An asking price of 100 or more. I will not go below that. You know you can mark it up higher than that. I've seen it. Additionally, you can have access to this nullicorn, unicorn, whatever it is, horn, if we get a discount on that. And he points to the unicorn stuffy.
So you want the unicorn for the unicorn for 200. I get and I get this nullicorn horn.
Killed by yours truly.
Doubt it. But so you want all of this, a discount, and 100 gold apiece for the berries.
No, I'm saying you get the berries and the horn. We get the money.
Is there nothing in the store that you want to purchase as well?
We just said the unicorn.
And once this is dealt with, I would like to have a look at the necklaces. But until then, I just thought we better keep on one thing at a time.
Actually, that is, you know what? No, there is something that I thought of. I wasn't sure whether I should ask with you because of the last time I tried to ask you about this sort of thing. Portable labs. Do you finally have something for me or not?
I was able to get my hands on a portable alchemy lab, yes.
And how much are you asking for that?
80 gold.
All right. Our previous arrangement, the horn, the berries, for 100 apiece. We get the unicorn and the lab. And whatever it is that Blake wants to go for next.
Wait, so you want me to pay you more and give you a discount?
Shadowrun, my man, I feel like you... Here, look. So the 7 berries, 700 gold. That's one transaction. We sell you them. We give you the 7 berries, pristine condition. You can check them out beforehand, before you buy them if you'd like. Make sure they're the real deal. They are, I promise you, but I understand you don't want to take my word for it. That $700, 700 gold for them, bam, one transaction. for the unicorn stuffy, we want a slight discount on the unicorn stuffy. In exchange for the horn, we will give you our horn. You give us the unicorn stuffy, we will pay at a discounted rate for the unicorn stuffy. And we also, while we're here, Harsa's interested in purchasing a portable lab. And I want to pet the dragon.
Pet the dragon's free. Derek. And he clicks. Derek comes and presents himself nice and prettily on the
I pat the fucking dragon!
Level up.
Oh my god! I'm so happy right now. What is he, by the way? Where do I get one?
Oh, he's a pseudo dragon.
Oh,
I can
once
get
knew
you
a
an
12.
egg.
I once knew a 12-year-old that had one of these.
Alright.
How much is the egg? But other matters first, then we'll deal with me. I've got this dragon. I'm just scooching its tum-tum.
95 for the berries, the discount for the horn, and I'll bring the alchemy lab down to 70.
The alchemy lab, I don't mind its price. You can keep that as your asking price. It's the berries that I want to keep at 100. Hell, I'm happy to drop the discount. You can take the nullicorn horn and the berries.
How about we give you the nullicorn horn in good faith after what that pixie did whatever last time that upset you so much? How about this is like a clean the slate, have this horn, and from then on we deal in good faith.
Alright, done.
I'm back to just see the good dragon.
Right. Well, Blake, you have your funding. If the unicorn is what you wish for.
Yeah, how much is the unicorn again?
300.
300.
100. How much is this sweater dragon egg?
500. Depending on what color you want. Obviously, the rarity does increase the price of the egg.
How much for this cute little black one?
You're not taking Derek.
I don't want Derek. How much for Derek's brother?
Derek doesn't have a brother that I know of. I mean, I'd have to go and scour the wilds.
He's asking for a black one.
I'm tickling its nose with my tail tip now.
Yeah, for a black one, 550.
How much is a minute of my time worth?
Of my choosing.
There's not many. There's not. I hate to break it to you, little man. There's not a lot of good minutes in my life. You want a fingernail? What about a tuft of kitsune fur? Some healing words?
I'll happily take some healing words. 5 healing words, to be precise.
5 healing words? For the whole dragon egg?
Yep.
Do I get myself a dragon?
Harsa just sort of reaches up and scratches his ear, and I'm going to activate my earring of message. Blake, in your head, you remember that you get those back on a brief respite, yes?
Yes, I remember. 4 healing words and 50 gold.
4 healing words of my choice.
I don't really understand why you think your choice is going to matter. As in, you want to be able to call these favors in as you see fit.
I will take 4 healing words of my choosing whenever I would like.
I hate to break it to you, Deteran, but I am an adventurer, my man. I do happen to burn through my spells and run out of magic. So they may not be perfectly whenever you want.
It's a fair deal.
No. Trying to be more responsible. Hand his dragon back. I'll be right for now. I'll save some money and I'll come back.
All right.
He
Unicorn.
Oh, the unicorn. Yes, the unicorn.
He puts the unicorn stuffy, the folded up portable lab on the counter and waits with the bag with.
Yeah, he'll hand over the berries.
Hold
once.
on, before we get the berries out,
Uh-huh.
make sure he gets an airtight container out. We're not wasting these berries.
Good point.
These have been freshly
You
picked.
appropriately swap them over. He hands you over your gold, Harsa.
Cool. I'll hand him back the amount for the 80 for the lab. And
I give him the 200 for the unicorn.
300 for the unicorn.
300 for the unicorn.
It's worth a shot.
You know what? Out of the one, you know, that's not even a question. I was going to say, out of the ones here, what do you think they would like? But I'm not paying 1,000 gold. Do you think anyone in our group would like a owl bear?
I was going to give Breeze this unicorn.
Okay, if you want to give her the unicorn, would you like an owl bear?
No.
No. Okay.
I feel like we've spent a decent chunk of money in here, and he won't give me a dragon. So.
All right. One last thing: bags of holding or colding. Do you have them?
Oh, yeah, I got a dime a dozen. And he points over at a barrel that's just full of bags.
All right. I'll go over and see if I can find one of each.
You managed to do so.
And look at the price tag.
As given.
As I scroll through to see if I can find any.
It's 100 gold apiece.
Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll hand over the 200 for that.
Yep.
Cool. All done. All right. Let's go get some, as you put it, chocolatey treats.
My tail's a wagon. Let's fucking get out of here.
Okay, so as you head off, we'll have a brief discussion over the break. What you do in Scrog's magical edibles.
Edibles, hell yeah.
As we quickly go on a break, everyone go get a drink, have a rest, and we will be back in 5 minutes. See you then. Bye. We are back.
Hello.
Thank you to everybody who has watched so far. Before the break, Crisis and Breeze had a very deeply intense conversation. And Harsa and Blake had a shopping trip adventure in the grey market known as the Hawkers Market, where they had a great time. They had a fun time. However, afterwards, unless you guys want to play that out, you would have headed home with all of your goodies and finally crawled into bed.
Yeah, I gotta get my suit and then we leave.
Yeah, you pick up your suit. Like I said, take your goodies and get.
I just wanted to be specific. I'm used to Craig, who's like, I'd be like, oh yeah, I put my suit on. Craig's like, no, you never picked it up, idiot.
I wouldn't have been mean because I wouldn't have been mean because I was like brushing it off that, yeah, you guys go home to bed. But it was a given that, yes, you picked up your suit. So you do now have what appears to be silvery spandex, body tight suit with room for a tail, or like holes for your tails. So it is.
I'm imagining he looks like a silver version of Pink Guy from those old YouTube videos.
Sure. I don't know who that is.
How do you not know?
Because I might be too old for it. But anyway. So you roll into bed after your adventure. And everyone awakens in the morning. Crisis. You wake up in... You're not sure where you are, actually. You have no idea where you are.
Where am I?
All you know is you look across the room and Breeze is in a bed across the way. You don't remember going to sleep in Breeze's room. And you know you didn't drink enough, if at all, to... Well, no, you didn't drink anything, so...
Yeah, no, he doesn't drink.
This does not make sense to you.
What? Is there a clock in the room?
Yeah, there would be a clock on the digital clock on the desk under the window.
What time is it?
4:30.
Probably. The sun is coming up, so it's probably just after 6:30. You feel reasonably rested. Even though you don't remember going to bed.
Oh, damn it. I slept in my boots again. I'll kind of tiptoe out of the room and go downstairs and get some breakfast.
There is a dandelion there watching you.
Rick's already downstairs having breakfast.
He somehow snuck past the dandelion.
Oh,
but
yes.
Oh.
You go down
Sit down
Rick
with Rick.
is already there eating his breakfast.
Hey, big guy, how you doing?
I feel fine. How about you?
Oh, I'm tired. I fell asleep in Breeze's room, I guess. I don't remember climbing into bed, but I guess I fell asleep in there. Must have been more tired than I thought. Hey, listen. I am gonna go make a run to the gun store and buy a grenade launcher. You need anything?
A grenade launcher?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Because apparently they just sell it. I asked Blake, and he said, "Yeah, dude, we got one." And then the local, what you call it, gun store, general goods store. I don't know. You can just go in and buy one.
Don't think it's a bit overkill?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, have fun.
All right. I mean, I will.
But
yeah, no, you need anything?
I'm good.
All right. You see any of those yet?
Now you're the first one I've seen this morning.
All right, well, I still don't have a phone, but Bahasa has my other half of the radio, so if he needs me, he can just radio me.
Okay.
And with that, I will leave to go buy a grenade launcher. Because it is just that simple.
You walk outside, realize the sun is coming up, and realize how early it is.
It's 4:30
in the morning.
Well, by the time you've come downstairs and stuff, had a conversation with Rick, it's now probably closer to 7 o'clock, but...
Yeah, I'll walk around.
As the city is waking up, you can see that there are a number of young Fae kids running off to school. People heading off to getting ready for work, going to coffee shops, getting their morning fix. Plenty of cars in pre-rush hour traffic. As you realize you have a hell of a walk.
I left early.
Do you actually know where you're going?
Yes. I knew last week where I was going. This week I don't. I remember on top of my head. Crap. There was a place on here I thought I knew you needed to go to. Was it the Treehouse Armory?
You can go to the Treehouse Armory, yes.
Okay, I will go there, and if they don't have it, I'll ask for directions.
So you start making your way down towards the docks. It takes you maybe 35-40 minutes to get there. The docks are already bustling with people coming in from early morning fishing and things like this for the day. It is alive with progress. As you get to the tree home armory, and you see the sign on the door. It says closed. Because it's 7:30 in the morning.
What time do they open?
9?
What kind of store opens at 9?
I don't know. A gun store.
It's a weekend.
That would be fair. Tegan doesn't actually know gun stores. As our resident in America, what time do they open?
This is not America,
we have
though.
24-hour gun stores.
Yeah, this is not America.
Some of them don't close.
This is not America.
Okay, well, he walks to his local Walmart and picks up a grenade launcher.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the local Walmart? Okay.
There are plenty of stores that don't open till 9 a.m. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they're called going out of business ones.
Yeah. Look out, mom and pop stores. The slave labor of retail workers will put you out of business. Okay. Well, if that's the... Can I mosey my way back over to Mangle Goods and Trade and just kind of see what's over there?
Yep. They're open. You head on over back to the Goods and Trade. It is a combination between a supermarket... It's not as big as like a Costco, but it is that kind of similar style that it's a mixture of you can buy sundry goods and things like that, various adventuring things as well as like pots, pans, yada yada yada. But there's also like a supermarket grocery store side to it as well that has like a deli. There's a bakery section in it that is selling like single pieces of pastries and stuff like that for the early morning workers, and you do see that they're doing quite a busy trade, from school kids coming in and getting something for their morning tea, and people who are coming in to get their mid-morning snack or whatever they're going to have for lunch that day. So It is pretty busy in here already.
Okay. Do they have a spice section?
They do have a spice section.
You spice.
I will.
It is next to all of the salt, and cooking utensils and things like that.
Can I flag down like a store worker and I'll ask them, hi, do y'all have like holy salt by chance?
You flag down a teenage half-orc who is wearing a light blue vest as he's stacking the shelves. He kind of like slouches over to you in his heavy boots.
Tesco symbol.
Holy salt?
Yeah, like, like be gone, filth, be gone, kind of throw it at something you want gone or to insult someone.
I mean, we have cleaning soda, but that's like 4 aisles over.
Nah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but not really.
Well, I'm not
all right.
really sure what holy salt is.
Like, it's regular salt, but it's been, like, baptized. Kind of like holy water, you know? Like...
I mean, we don't sell holy water. It tends to have an expiration date when it's around, like, lots of people, and capitalism kind of brings out the worst in people, so they swear a lot at each other and stuff, which kind of, denigrates the holiness.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey, fun
water
fact.
Water is very sensitive to vibrations and stuff. So when you put out hate into the universe, like, the water picks it up.
Oh, wow, that's cool to know. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problems, man.
But yeah, no holy salt, nothing like that.
I mean, I might suggest checking out a temple, or you can buy a big bag of like iodized salt,
And he holds up like a 2-kilo bag.
and you could probably take it to a temple, and a priest might bless it for you or something. Although, if it was up to me, I'd probably go check out the local druid circle, because I don't trust organized religions.
All right. Cool, man. Cool. By chance, y'all have like little little glass baubles, like little things that fit inside the palm of your hand?
Oh yeah, we've got Christmas ornaments still out. If you
Are you able to open them and fill them and stuff?
I mean, you're not supposed to, but my friend Gary, he opened up a whole heap, filled them with water, froze them, and used them for various purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can buy a 24.
Yeah.
You can buy a 24 pack for 2 silver.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy a 24 pack. I'll buy like a.
Although I would hazard against it, because plastic's bad for the environment.
Oh, these plastic, not like glass.
I mean, the glass ones are a bit more expensive, because it's glass, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much is the glass?
Glass ones, 6 for 4 gold. That I think I'd have to.
If you want, and he's kind of like leading you towards the aisle.
Yeah, I'll follow.
He leads you down into a holiday-themed aisle, and there is all sorts of decorations, like you would see for various holidays for decorations and whatnot. He leads you over to where there is boxes of different coloured baubles and ornaments. Some of them are like twisted shapes, kind of like unicorn horns and things like this. And he finally brings you to some. You do see some glass spheres that come in like a 6-pack box. They're reasonably sized, probably the size of like a baseball a piece.
All right. And you said these were like what, 6 gold, right?
About 6 gold for a pack of 6, yeah. So, I mean, it's okay savings for like a gold a piece, but I mean,
yeah.
Depends what you want to use them for, but I mean, they are more sustainable for the environment. But if you wanted to be even better with your decorating and things like that, you could carve your own or make wonderful shapes out of macaroni and popcorn and put them out, and dens it feeds the birds and stuff.
Oh no, I would need the glass one specifically. Yeah, let me get some of y'all's. Do you have a preferred salt brand you recommend?
I recommend the Magnol brand itself. The idea salt is 2 kilos for 5 silver. That's a pretty good deal.
Okay, so 5 silver and 6 gold.
Yeah, you just need to pay at the counter, so.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'll gather up the items, I'll go up to the counter, and I'll pay.
They put it through. Boop. Boop. They pack it in a paper bag for you.
Alright, thanks, bye. And I'll walk out to the store, and I'll walk back to the Treehouse Armory, and I'm gonna stand outside and wait, because I'm not ending the session with another grenade launcher.
Okay, so you're going to be waiting a little while out the front, so you sit on the curb.
Just standing in front of the door to the gun shop.
With a thing of salt and some glass bottles.
Jeez. Blake, the coin rat in your sleep rifles its way through your bed and deposits 10 gold thanks to Spinner.
I fucking love you, Spinner. I've never been more in love with another soul.
And hello, Spinner. It's wonderful to have you here. So.
Oh, baby.
So.
You missed Evil One stealing gold from me twice.
What? Right.
Okay. So. Treehone Armory. Okay. Eventually, wait, for those who are at the for those who were at the inn, does everyone come downstairs?
I will eventually go downstairs, speak to Rick, and be like, "Oh, today, you know what I think we should do today? I know that Harsa wanted to sell some things. I know that Crisis was looking for a grenade launcher. I think perhaps we should all go shopping together."
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So glad I bought a unicorn. I'm going to smooth this over. I'm going to be the only one not in shit.
Yep.
Although Crisis got a bit of a head start. He's off. He's all gone off already.
Oh, he didn't wait for us? Oh, okay. Well, we'll catch up with him soon. I'll just get some breakfast and then we'll all head out. We'll meet with the others and we'll head over there. Can't wait. I'm excited.
You sit down. Rick has a large mug of coffee in front of him.
Very, very large.
I miss when Rick used to drink.
Eventually, Harsa and Blake stumble their way blearily downstairs.
Oh, what the fuck? No, I don't. I have a house.
You went home?
Yeah?
You didn't want to stay at the inn with us?
No one invited me to. I went home.
He went home, opened the door, everything's covered in moth dust.
Yes!
And glitter.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't. God. I rolled to see if I noticed it, and I noticed it. No one invited me. I just assumed I was going home. No one said, "Hey, come stay at the inn."
Nope.
I just assumed when they purchased rooms for all of us, it included you, but fair enough.
It did.
What?
It did.
Why did they include a room for me?
Because you're apparently with them now.
Okay, I mean, if you want me to
stay, you said you're at home. You said you're at home. So as Harsa is sitting down to his Cheerios, I don't know what he's having for breakfast.
Nothing cheery about Harsa. He's hungover. He's having a bacon sandwich.
Breeze and Rick are there. Harsa is sat down for breakfast. Blake saunters in, his floofy black fur fluffed, and just glitter everywhere.
Harsa looks to the door when he hears Blake enter, notices the speckles of glitter shimmering in his fur, and immediately briefly glances to Breeze and then back down at his food.
I would like to walk over, stand between these two, and shake my tails over their heads.
Oh.
Enjoy your sparkles.
I love it. I can't get enough.
That is.
It actually just
in my
adds to her
cereals,
aesthetic.
really? In my cereal? Okay. All right.
Blake, have you actually activated your glamour weave? Have you attuned
No,
to it and set some designs?
I don't know how to. I have to ask Breeze.
So, Breeze, you realise Blake is standing next to you. He is shaking glitter all over you, and he is in a skin-tight, neck to ankle to wrist,
Hey, hold on, I'm
silver
not fucking in
spandex
it.
suit.
I'm not that stupid.
Why not? It looks beautiful.
Alright, idiot.
Okay, you look normal. You're just shaking glitter everywhere.
Do you mind?
Sorry, Rick. I never meant to get you with the glitter bomb. My bad. I stopped shaking. Where's Crisis?
Went shopping for a grenade launcher.
Without me?
You should all catch him up because I know that you had some things you wanted to sell, Harsa. If you're not too hungover.
I
So
pull on
let's
my
all go
collar.
shopping.
Yeah,
So
good
much-
idea. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Breeze, how do you use Glimmer Weave?
That's a natural conversation starter.
I'm a child that's
What?
excited. I got a Christmas present.
Why?
Anyway, where are we going?
I guess to the gun store first.
You know it doesn't open till 9, and it's 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's always 4:30 somewhere. Let's go see if we can't find it.
So, as you walk your way down, it's getting closer to 9 o'clock by this point anyway. Crisis. You watch as the lights come on in the Treehone Armory. And eventually, the blacksmith comes and opens the door, turns a sign around, and looks up at you. Sees you standing there, kind of gives you a smile and a wave through the window as he pulls open the door. I'm sorry. I hope you weren't waiting long.
Hi, hello. No, it was no problem. It was nice to actually get up early and kind of stretch my legs and see nature for a bit.
Yeah.
And the nature of people watching. Yeah.
Nature of people watching, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come on in and buy some weapons of mass destruction.
Alrighty.
So,
You love to hear my own ears ring.
So I'm Baylor. What can I get for you?
Hi, Crisis. I'm looking for a grenade launcher.
So way to start a morning. What kind of creatures you after?
I mean, really, it's more of an every occasion type of thing. I'm not looking for a specific model. Just,
More specifically, what kind of creatures are you hunting, which will determine the size of the grenade?
It can vary, really. Sometimes creatures, sometimes people, sometimes eldritch monsters.
Eldritch monsters?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a... Haven't seen one of those in
Yeah,
a while.
it's a Tuesday. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, come on over. I've got a couple over here. Do you have a particular style you like? Do you want like a wrap or something on it, or? Because I do have some very, very nice ones. I've been working really hard on them, and he shows you a booklet with a whole heap of different coloured wraps in them, with like a bunny print.
One with the unicorns.
A bunny print, a unicorn print. There's like a rainbow kind of swirl.
Wait. Are you saying I could get like a
It's like COD.
skin?
It's like COD
On my
customization.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Except it's as you're looking through this book, you realize that this myth has created some really beautiful what's that? I'm trying to think of that artist.
Picasso.
No, it's like something Frank, like rainbow
Frank
patterns. Frank patterns. Give me a second.
Hold on. What you're telling us is he's tie-dyed his guns.
It's some like as you're looking through, there's like rainbow print, leopard print kind of thing, kind of like you're looking at a Lisa Frank folder worth of stuff here.
I try very hard not to vomit as I'm looking at what he's done to these perfectly good tools. Oh yeah. I would need something that's kind of just, regular gunmetal black. Kind of goes with the rifle I already have.
Oh, I just thought, considering you're in purple and reds and yellow, and you're kind of like brighter mismatch colors.
Funny thing, I actually don't know why I chose the waist cape color as that. It just kind of came to me in a dream. Just one of those things,
Yeah. No, I get it, man. If you want, I can come up with some like aqua dipping, and we could do some colors that are a bit more appropriate.
Nah, it's good. I'm just looking for something pretty standard. If I make it look nice, then I'll never want to use it because it's nice. But then what's the point of buying it if I'm never going to use it?
So you just want a standard grenade launcher?
Yeah. I saw that some of the ones that you could load 6 shells into could be undermounted. Is that right?
I mean, they can do if you've got a vehicle and things like that. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I see. I was reading. I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna underload a revolver style grenade launcher.
It also depends as well. Like most of them are designed to go with exosuits, mech suits, that kind of thing. A little bit harder to get your hands on because they have to be exported from Anthalamir, and we're in a bit of a trade embargo with them at the moment. But yeah, you know, if that's what you're kind of after, we can get it. But yeah, I'm happy to show you my range. I've got some of the standards, coming out of the Sabata Labs, as well as some various ones back in the Benchia Venga range. Then you've got my personal favorites. These are mine. This is the MK Peachy Pie, and he puts a nice little decent-sized handheld in front of you. It just depends what you want, really.
I'll look over the Peachy Pie grenade launcher.
It hurt you to say that, didn't as you're asking to have a look at this grenade launcher, your friends do enter in. As you are looking at this grenade launcher. As you see him talking to Baylor.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
He's about 5'11" for those watching at home. Baylor Stitch is about 5'11". He has dark, shaggy hair. He has a pair of cat ears, a cat tail. He's wearing a
Why
big
does he look
fluffy...
a little bit like me?
He's a cat boy.
He's an echo.
Oh, well?
Gonna leave now. Good session, guys. I'll catch you next time.
Guns?
Actually, he's not a Neko. He's specifically, he is a race called a Kate She. So that's why he has very, very purple eyes.
Yeah.
He's in a big black fluffy jumper with like a rabbit motif over it, chain around his neck, bunny stud earrings. But yes, he is a Kate She, so his eyes are this very bright fuchsia purple. Oh, I'll be right with you guys. Feel free to have a look around for decorations, charms, wraps, things like this. I've over in that display over there. If you want, I've got my folder here of all the different wraps and aqua finishes we can do. So, yeah, have a look around. Wow, so many people want to buy guns on 9 a.m. on a early morning. Jeez.
What day is it specifically? You built the calendar. Tell me the day.
The 27th day of Lilac Moon.
What's the weather
But
like?
you
outside?
challenge her like that, but she will answer that question.
How light is Breeze this time?
Yeah. How light's Breeze today?
It is a warmish spring day. It has started to sprinkle with a little bit of rain. It's a bit overcast. The air is pretty still. So
No breeze. Oh,
no breeze. Breeze just vanishes.
I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark.
Why you be like this? Here you go. It is still
Okay.
that should say morning. Give me a second.
It's 4:30.
Okay. Change it. There we go.
It's
gonna
always
backfire on us one day, and it's gonna be very scary when we're just here. It's 4:30. It's 4:30, but we need it to be 5.
Oh, and every time we go back to 4:30, we just hear heat of the moment.
So yes, you are all standing in Treehorn Armory, having a look around as Baylor goes back to describing to Crisis the benefits of the MK Pinkie Pie.
Rick's looking for shoulder holsters.
I asked you if you needed anything. I'll say this to Rick as I see him looking.
I just noticed these here. They look nice. I wasn't in the market for anything, but now that I'm here.
When in Rome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys know each other?
Yeah, we're all part of the same venturing party.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, no problems. Are you registered with the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, sweet. I usually give a 5% discount to adventuring parties, as if you've got your papers.
I'm staying out
Blake,
of the
I
forefront.
know who you are.
God damn it! I was trying to stay at the back.
Yeah, I'll show him the paper we would have been given, right?
You don't have a name here.
What do you mean?
Be determined.
Oh, yeah. Our name is the To Be Determineds. Because, we'll determine our own destiny and all that kind of jazz.
Cool. Hysteric.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know and I can put it down and yeah. So shoulder holsters. We can do it in a variety of leathers, synthetics, all this kind of stuff. I can make them in any size you want. I would recommend not those ones you're looking over there. They are dog harnesses. Unless you want to wear a harness. Hey, I don't judge. Each to their own.
I give him a filthy look.
I cackle to myself when I hear this.
Do you have any other grenade launchers besides the Pinkie Pie model?
Do you want mine? Do you want Sabata, or do you want the Benshia Venga range?
Go with his.
Let's see this Devada.
Oh, insulting.
Sabata. Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So this is a pretty old model. Only came out in the last 40 years. But we've got the who's messaging me?
No phones at work.
Sorry, no, it's not. There's someone's messaging me on Discord. Give me a sec.
Breeze. If one was to acquire Glimmer Weave, just asking for a mate, how would one use it?
What, mate? Like, maybe if they pop around to the inn, we could show them.
Yeah, but he wants me to text him instructions now.
Like, I'm just more of it. I can show people how to do it. I can't really like write out instructions.
Okay, well, okay. Look. Okay.
All right.
Cool. No doubt.
Cool. Yep, no doubt. First off, remember, I love you dearly. Here is a unicorn stuffy. Secondly, and then I pull it out of the bag, the little silver leotard.
Oh. When did you get that?
Harsa did it.
No, I didn't. You went and got that yourself.
Harsa did it. Harsa dragged me to the market.
Oh, last night?
No, I went to the market. You tagged along.
Yeah, that those events sound a lot like what happened. I, as the friend that I am who cares about my friend's well-being, followed him after he drunk.
So that's why you were trying so desperately to escape us, because you wanted to go shopping and you didn't want us there?
Never. I would never try to escape you. Harsa did a runner.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Harsa, you wanted to go shopping and you just didn't want us there.
No, I saw that you were all busy. Also, I was intoxicated. And I figured I could get my job done quickly and return. There wouldn't be any point to it.
I hope you got everything you needed.
I didn't. That's why I'm out here.
As this little domestic is going on in the corner, he turns.
I'm hiding behind Breeze while she's yelling at Harsa.
She's not yelling. She's being very quiet.
Yeah, she's being very quiet.
She's giving off an intimidating. I'm still sort of behind. I'm like looking over her shoulder while she's like talking to Harsa. I'm like,
Okay, she's concerned about why Harsa's being so weird and cold with her. He's like, I didn't. That's why I'm here. And she's like, oh, okay, okay, well, whatever you need.
Okay, whatever.
I just hope you're feeling, up for it. I know you drank quite a bit last night, so I was just worried you'd be hungover. But yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good luck.
Look to whatever Crisis is doing.
I think that went pretty well, Harsa.
I continue looking at whatever Crisis is doing.
So, over at the desk, Baylor leans over and he goes, yeah. So this is the 92 red coat from the Smarter Labs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tried and tested.
Definitely. Yeah, it does all right for some pretty ancient tech. I mean, Sabata Labs has been known for making weaponry since, pre-Starfall, so, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Although, the Benchy of Anger Labs did come out with some really, really interesting things about 1,000 years ago, but they kind of died off after the merge and the fall of the Loridoran government, so makes you wonder what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, right? You don't gotta reinvent the wheel. You can make it more efficient, certainly, but tried and tested is what I'll stick with. I think I'll go with the one we got right here.
Oh, come on, man! Give the Pinkie Pie a go.
I'm good. Now, that one over there, and I'll point to Blake.
I promise.
You can
Look, I promise you, if you give the Pinkie Pie, if you give the Pinkie Pie a go, she's a beautiful gun. She knows how to make you smile. It's a nice gun. Good grip hold. Like, I'm going to talk up my own stuff, man. Like,
yeah,
I
but,
mean, sure, you've probably shot a red coat. You know what the recoil's like.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Is the Pinkie Pie custom made, or?
I mean, it can't be custom. Well, it can't be custom made unless you want to pay extra, and I actually hand make the gun for you. But you'll have a wait.
Yeah,
time
that's my concern that you did. I if you did, I wouldn't want it.
I just got these ones that
that'd
we
be
can
harder
sell
place to
too.
beat. Yeah, no, I like the red coat, man. I just like that brand. I'm brand loyal. I probably shouldn't be, but I am.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
Fine. Yeah, no, the red coat, fine.
Hey, how much you got revolvers going for?
Just standard revolvers. Is there any particular,
Yeah.
again, brand preferences or?
Just a base price.
Well, they really vary depending on what you want them to do.
Shoot someone.
I mean, obviously. Unless you want to go like a paint marking gun or something.
Nah, just a little like side piece I could have just in case, my primary runs empty or fails.
I mean, what are you planning on hunting? That, like, if you're going after eldritch aberrations and stuff, I don't reckon a revolver's going to help you, mate.
Listen, man, sometimes he's got to have a holdout gun. It is what it is. Like, I got a budget I'm working on right now, and the grenade launcher's eating up most of it.
Which makes me question, why a grenade launcher?
It needs to be blown up, brother.
If the grenade launcher fails and the rifle fails, at that point, the pistol probably wouldn't help, but it's about the thought that counts. Sometimes you gotta have a strong opening swing in a fight, and I never liked playing fair, and so I want to shoot grenades at people.
Yeah. Depending on what you want it to do, just standard revolver is about 150 gold.
Alright. I'll probably come back here in the next few days when I get the money for that. But yeah, I'll just get the grenade launcher for now.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Grenade launcher is looking through about 300 gold for that.
Alright, I will pay 300 gold. Does it come with... It comes with loaded and then one reload, correct? For
That
firearms?
is correct, good sir.
Alright, do I get to choose the grenade it comes with, or is it just 2 standard frags?
Just 2 standard frags, man.
Alright, so that's 5 frag grenades for me.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
He takes it out, looks at the actual grenades that you're putting into it, looks at the side.
I'm not loading it right now.
No,
keep it unloaded.
Yeah, he looks at it though, looks at the side of the barrel and writes down the serial number of the barrel. Just your name, sir? P determined, but your name.
Crisis.
Crisis. And to be determined. No problems. The gun is now registered to you, sir.
Oh wait, 5% discount, right?
Yeah, 5% discount.
So how much would that be out of 300?
5% discount. Don't you dare do this to me.
Okay, think of what 10% is, and then halve it. So 10% is 30, right? So it's 15.
Thank you.
75,000 gold.
I do not do math on the fly, man. Do not make me do math on the fly for that. But thank you.
All right.
All right.
So 275, I believe.
So yep, I will pay that out. And hey, do you have like a gun bench I can use to install this on real quick?
A what?
Like a bench with tools that I can use to install this onto my rifle real quick.
No, you can't install it here, man. You got to take it to your own place. Any modifications you do adding, you can't do it here.
Fine. All right.
All right. Well, what about the rest of you guys? Anything you need?
Yeah, the holsters.
Sure. What kind of holster you need? What kind of holster you need, my man?
Just another shoulder holster.
Shoulder holster.
Much like this one.
Oh, so standard police grade?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, no problem. Any particular finish you want on it? I can stain it whatever color you want.
No, that's fine.
All right, no problem. That'll be 15 gold for that.
There you go.
Are you sure you want the police grade? The private sector has a lot better choice and quality.
I know what I like.
Oh, you don't want it pink?
No.
Just asking.
Find this color.
Okay, so you purchase it, unless anyone else wants to buy any guns, weaponry, yada yada yada.
I'm feeling a bit dizzy, but I'm okay.
You make your way back to the Ale House Inn, where you will sit and have a chat, but that is where we will end tonight's session. With all the shopping done, hopefully. And Bree's about to have harsh words with people that run off. Without the rest of the party. So.
No, she don't. She said all she has to say about that.
Okay.
I'm also in my glamour weave now.
You're in your glamour weave. Wonderful. So, as you make your way back to the Ale House Inn, that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you to everybody who watched.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Yeah,
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 thank you to everybody
watching.
who watched. It was wonderful to have you here. Spinner, Evil One, the Raiders, if any of them are still with us. It has been a pleasure to host you. Thank you to everybody that gifted our players with inspiration coins, took coins. We do appreciate you, and we do appreciate your interactions with us. If you like what we do, we will be back next Saturday for more State of Anarchy, in which the group has realised that they probably need to make some money. So, we'll see how that goes. We will see you all next week. Look after yourselves, drink plenty of water, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all next week. Bye, guys.
It will.
Bye.